we're at 1 month, right at 1 month after the flood, the Baton Rouge, Louisiana flood here. This is a typically rough little neighborhood. It's all duplexes, apartments, rentals, you know. They got a little park back here, and I've tried to come back here and metal detect it a couple of times, and every time I come back here, you got drug dealers, and you got all kind of stuff going on in there, so I've never stopped. Well, I stopped a minute ago and I metal detected it. I mean, the majority of the money I picked up, the coins I picked up, they just lay it on the ground. You don't even have to use a metal detector, you know. But, you know, renters here, I mean, this is everything that they had here, you know. So when the water come up, they got what they could, got out. A lot of people didn't even get their cars, you know. And they left. They left with the clothes on their back. This was it. Never came back. Never come back to get their stuff. Never come back to clear the apartment out or anything. And you got houses that people just either walked away from their mortgage. I mean, there's nothing they could do. They didn't have flood insurance. Younger families that I was out helping people out of the water during the flood. And you've got younger families, you know, a husband and wife in their early 30s, 2 or 3 kids, a couple animals, come out of the water, and no flood insurance. Everything they own is behind them in the water. They got the clothes on their back, one little bag of clothes each, a little small duffel bag, and carrying a pet, and that's it. That's all they've got. The kids are asking, you know, where are we going to live? Where are we going? And the parents have no answer for them. None. You know, what do you do? You know, FEMA, they'll come in and give them $15,000 to $20,000. You know, what does that do? They're going to have to walk away from a $200,000 mortgage. All the equity they had in their home is gone. All of this, I drove through here during the flood, and the water was rushing over the road from left to right in here. Luckily, none of the culverts washed out in here. Brand new subdivisions, they all flooded. All this was water. People were walking through all this water, dragging boats or pool toys, you know, floats and all that stuff, trying to either put their little kids on it or trying to salvage something out of the water. Just trying to save something. it's been a month, just about a month, and cleanup is going very well. You know, as good as can be expected, really. I just tried to go and today's the first day I've had off in 3 weeks. And I just tried to go and metal detect a little bit at a old school that they're tearing down. And I didn't even think that property got water on it, and the ground just smells like sewage. At least all the smell of the rotted food from the refrigerators and freezers have just about gone. You know, the insurance companies was wanting everybody to put everything out in the front yard and don't move it until they could come and look at it. So people were trying to come by and pick up the appliances and stuff, you know, scrap. It's going to, I mean, you can't put that in the landfill. They're not going to pick that up as garbage. And people were literally threatening to shoot people over picking up scrap metal to get the scrap metal out of the trash so the main trash trucks can get it. And I think a buddy of mine said a neighbor shot either 2 or 3 of them, people just picking up scrap, you know. It's not like there's anything good in it. Everything got wet. I mean, if you threw it out there on the side of the road, it's been raining on it for 2 weeks, and you're gonna want to shoot somebody for picking something up out of it? I mean, come on. You just want to hurt somebody, that's all. But anywho, alright, well, we're still alive down here, and things are getting back to normal. Let's just hope a hurricane don't come up, shoot straight up the pipe up Mississippi River, and do it all again. That would be a hoot, huh? Dude. This bridge, look how high this bridge is. The old bridge that was here never flooded. So they built this new bridge that was up higher, I mean 10 feet higher than the old bridge, and it flooded. You know, nobody expected this stuff. Crazy. This building that's about to come into view right here, this big metal building, the water force was so strong coming into it right here, it was just blowing the metal panels out of it, just ripping the metal off of it like it was cardboard. Everybody's belongings is out there on the side of the road. The last video I tried to make of the flood, I tried to leave the radio on, so at least we'd have some music while we looking at all this stuff. And man, they got YouTube banned it. They blocked it. Couldn't even put it on there. Some of them I tried to take the sound off of them and reload them on there. Nope, wouldn't let me do it. So a lot of footage that had brand new cars down in creeks and canals, you didn't get to see. You got neighborhoods over here that the people that lived in the neighborhood, if the car was fairly new and it had a note on it was in the water somewhere with the doors open, even if it's 3 or 4 streets away from their house. They're shoving it out in the water and open the doors and letting the water take it so the insurance will pay for it. People's house that didn't flood. I mean, people are losing everything they got on one side of the road, and the other side of the road is dry. So the other side of the road, they're going in there, moving their furniture, pulling all their carpet up, dragging it outside, and throwing it in the water. And saying that it flooded. They got water in their house. Now, I mean, what a slap in the face to people that flooded and lost everything they had, you know? I had a buddy of mine, he tried to leave his house, and his street had a lot of water on it. I mean, it had 4 or 5 feet of water by the time it stopped. His whole street was a parking lot where people in the neighborhood brought their vehicles over there and dropped them off in the street so they would flood. Now, how does insurance handle that? Be the end of the video. I'll try to do something later on. Probably go magnet fishing or something. Let's see y'all later.